Welcome in. Hello. We meet again, my God. It is another edition of the Eric Zane Show podcast. We have begun a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures. 3 dogs in one spot behind me on the couch. The couch that has been here for 5 years has never looked so beautiful as the Detroit Lions couch cover is on it. Pooh Bear said it's time to put this thing on here because she got it for me for Christmas. And she's like, come on now, let's go. Let's put this thing. Come on, let's go. That's what you yell when you're winning at sports. Let's go. Put that thing on there, so then it's the dogs are they're all piled on it now. Probably gonna. Darla immediately started like scratching at it, like when there's like something new. Hey, I gotta get my spot ready. I'm like, stop scratching at it. You're gonna rip the damn things. So yeah, there you go. That is how we start this show. I have distanced myself from everything that talks about the Lions. Like on Facebook and Twitter, I was in all these like Lion groups, like One Pride on Facebook and all this shit. And I ended up like not unfollowing, because I'm finding that it's just consuming me. And I'm not the same after that game on Sunday. I mean, I was such a fragile, frail old idiot stressing out after every minute. It didn't help that during that game on Sunday, every time Stafford would drop back to pass, the wards, that would be Diana and the NFK, would start screaming, come on, get him. And I'm like, I can't. I'm quiet. I'm very, very quiet. Even when they score, I might like lift up my hands, but I try to just be even keel. And they are screaming at the TV. I think I might need to get some hidden video of them freaking out for the next game coming up on Sunday at 3 p.m. The Lions will host Tampa, who, all right, earlier in the year, they beat these fuckers badly. They're much better now. Detroit is going to be fucking getting it all from Tampa. All 12 inches. This game, the divisional playoff game. So if the Lions win that, then they go into the final round that could determine who's going to the Super Bowl, or who will determine who's going to the Super Bowl. A lot of people were surprised that Tampa was able to beat the shit out of the Eagles last night. But they did. They just destroyed them. The Eagles started the year at 10-1. And then they totally fucked everything up. It's an absolute collapse. They turned into a huge pile of shit. And I think that we need to look at Matt Patricia, who's the fat fuck asshole coach who used to coach the Lions. He's a defensive coach for the Eagles now, and they suck dick. So fuck him. Fuck the Eagles. Fuck your fly, Eagles, fly. To me, the world needs less Philadelphia sports teams. Eat shit, Philly fan, and your stupid fucking idiot football team. And your hockey, baseball, basketball team. Fuck off. It's a damn good thing. I'm very, very happy that Tampa beat the shit out of them. I love comeback stories. And this quarterback, Baker Mayfield, he shows up in the NFL and all he does is nothing. He turns into a big pile of shit. And then, finally, last chance, he winds up in Tampa and now he's good again. So that's awesome. I love that. I think he might have had like one good year in Cleveland. Nick, the electrician, writes, "Go Birds. You like the Philadelphia Eagles? Haven't you lived in Michigan your whole life? Are you one of these dickheads who, like, the home team keeps losing and you're like, well, I'm going to stop rooting for them and find a new team to root for because I'm a fucking finicky asshole"? Is that you? Corey says when Patricia was the defensive coach for the Pats, I'm now convinced it was Bill Belichick that was actually doing everything because when he spent a season as the offensive coach, he was terrible. You know what else is terrible? Your ability to put those messages through on the chat. That's as bad as anything Kenny ever did. I had to, like, slog my way through it to read it in a cohesive manner. The Danity says, that's weird coming from a guy who said the Lions were going to lose Friday. Yeah, but I wasn't saying that, like, to spite them and saying it like, I hate the Lions, asshole. I was just being real there. That I just didn't think that they were going to win. I was very concerned about that. So shut up. Patrick says Mayfield played hurt his last year in Cleveland. Yeah, dickhead. Just because I say that the home team is going to lose, it doesn't mean I'm rooting for the home team to lose. Of course, I wanted them to win. What do you expect, man? I've been through 43 years of misery. It takes a little while to get over the trauma that has occurred for so long. So knock it off. I'm not making a prediction for the Bucs and the Lions. I will not say who's going to win, you know what, or who I think. I'm not doing that this time. Because, first of all, I'm not so sure the Buccaneers are a more formidable opponent than the Rams. But at the same time, I don't want to be the guy to say the Lions are going to win that game and then be let down. It's very, very important for me to expect the worst and hope for the best. That is one of the ways my brain navigates all of this. This is uncharted territory. The last time we had anything like this happen, I was 21 years old. I had just recently begun shacking up with Pooh Bear. And the Lions won a playoff game back then. That was the year that the guy got paralyzed. This dude on the Lions named Mike Utley earlier in the year landed on his head and been in a wheelchair ever since. And that was like the big rallying cry. The coach of the time at the time, his name was Wayne Fonts. He was horrible. We used to call him, his nickname was Cocaine Wayne because I think he got popped for possession. Anyway, the guy Utley in 91, he's badly hurt, paralyzed. They're taking him off the field on the stretcher. He's never walks again. And while he's being led off the field at the Silverdome, he puts his hand up, like thumbs up, you know? Thumbs up. Like he was saying, I'm okay. Well, he wasn't. You know, he was paralyzed from like the chest down or the waist down or something like that. So he should have been like giving the middle finger. You know, I'm not okay. Fuck you. But he did thumbs up. And everybody's like, oh, yeah, he's all right. Okay. And then so the Lions used that as a rallying cry all year. Like Fonts, okay, it'd be like 3rd down and 25 yards to go. And they looked to him, all right, what play are we going to run? And Fonz had no idea because he was a horrible coach. And he would just give like a thumbs up. And then they'd figure it out. That was like the rallying cry. And it got him quite far. Hey, thumbs up. It's a thumbs up play. And there was T-shirts all over town that had like a thumbs up Mike. And then that coach, Fonz, he'd start to suck, and they'd get him at a press conference. They ask him questions about the ineptitude of the offense, why they're using Barry Sanders wrong. And he'd just go, thumbs up. And then everybody go, oh, yeah, that's right. They'd like fall for it. The guy, he like had a long coaching career with Detroit just by thumbs up. Cole says, I would love to see someone stretchered off and flip the crowd off on the way out. Boy, that would be weird. They're all like politely clapping. You see a middle finger show. So I am cautiously, I don't even want to say optimistic. I'm cautiously cautious. It is very important for me to approach these games in a pragmatic way of just seriously, do not get too jacked up about the Lions. Chris says the Lions, Wayne Fonz had Barry Sanders, and he had a terrific batch of receivers. He had Herman Moore, who was an All-Pro, Brett Perriman, who was an All-Pro, and Willie Green, the touchdown machine, Willie Green. The quarterback position was garbage. We had Eric Kramer, Rodney Peete, and Andre Ware. If you were to combine the skills of all three of them, they made like a fifth-string quarterback. They were miserable. But somehow, in that playoff game that they won 32 years ago, Kramer had a great fucking game. Dallas started this quarterback named Steve Berline, and he was shit. And then after he was horrible, they brought in this young quarterback who also sucked dick named Troy Aikman. They murdered that fucker, too. Then they went on to play Washington. In the winner of this game, Washington and Detroit, goes to the Super Bowl. That's right. The Lions had a chance to go to the Super Bowl in 1991. And they were jail sexed. It was brutal. Thumbs down. Thumbs down. That was the end. So after the Eagles get jail sexed last night, here's how it shakes out. I didn't even mention to you yesterday that the Houston Texans and their rookie quarterback, C.J. Stroud, who's had just a fantastic year. That's the kid out of Ohio State. They obliterated Cleveland. Cleveland finally figured out that they've got a 69-year-old quarterback. The Texans beat the shit out of them. So now the Texans travel to the Ravens. If you're the Ravens, who are quite good, you are concerned about C.J. Stroud. You better put him on his ass and don't let him get any momentum. The second game of Saturday, the Packers travel to San Francisco. Oh, my God. San Francisco is like, oh, fuck, of all the teams, we get this hot as hell team who they have nothing to lose. They barely got into the playoffs. And now they're playing great after that embarrassment of the Dallas Cowboys. I love that so much. And then on Sunday, 3 p.m., Buccaneers at Lions. Oh, no. Fucking shit. Followed by Chiefs traveling to Buffalo. Hurricane Ashley says, sports chat is so boring. I'm self-time-outing. Well, sorry. Not everything is a winner. Star Wars Sucks 69 says, we still have Bill's Mafia doing stupid shit. This is anything but boring, woman. By the way, yeah, why don't you just keep it to yourself? Do you have to announce that this is boring? That'd be like me walking up to you and saying, oh, hey, your makeup's boring. What the fuck? Nothing pisses me off worse than someone just saying, yeah, you're boring. You fuck off. Fucking idiot. She says, I don't wear makeup, you loser. Oh, bullshit. If I took my fingernails and scraped your head, your head would be this big. It's layered like an onion. Don't give me that. I don't wear makeup bullshit. I don't wear makeup. I don't even wear makeup. Fuck you. Suck my dick. This is boring. I love this. Oh, fuck off. Fuck you. It's annoying as shit. Ashley says, look, everybody agrees this is better. Oh, my God. I love this. This fucking sucks. Fuck you. Oh, my God. Fuck off. Amanda says, Eric paints a really great picture of sports. I have decided it is no longer boring. It is fun to try to envision this. Ashley says, I love it so much. Donko says, so much makeup, Jimmy could make a carving. All right. We have a Big Fraud Thursday in store for you this week. I am not yet sure. I know, of course, we will be doing the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. The idea is then prior to it, we will be doing a review show. I can't figure out if it's going to be Who Are These Zanes or Who Are These Free Beers. I kind of want to do another episode of Who Are These Free Beers. That one audience member, Michael, is the guy who sent me the email and said, I signed up for Who Are These Free Beers, and it's been way too long since you did an episode. I was like, oh, fuck. I just got one done. Give me a fucking break. I'm plowing snow, which, thank you to some neighbor. I think it was my neighbor, Keith, who gave me a free plow job. That sounds weird. When I went out yesterday, I was like, oh, my God. You see, this is the way to go. My neighbors are so fantastic. They know that I am without the snowblower. And now they're just randomly plowing my driveway like I'm the... you know what? It dawned on me. Everybody here is younger than me, except for the big cheese, Don Gouda. I'm like the one guy in the neighborhood that everybody is starting to look out for now. Like I'm that old that they're like, oh, better go do Eric's driveway. I'm like, oh, shit. It hit me right between the eyes that they're like, we got to take care of him. We don't want him to have a heart attack. He's old. Oh, my God, that's me. Amanda says, I wish my neighbors were that nice. Turns out I'm going to have to ask my house cleaner if she wants to shovel in front of my mailbox for an extra $20. Oh, God damn. Aram writes, I think that our pals Fever and Hot Wings have a new guy with a microphone now. They did some reshuffling of the deck. The show, if you were to, so you have Greg, Chris, and Kelly. They are the hosts. And Steve and the young lady, Maitland, are the in-studio producers who talk as well. And then there's a young man who is in the other room. He is the out-of-studio producer. Wow. That is a lot of people. A lot of people to put out very, very little content. Some of you check out the show from time to time when I'm not. You might even listen every day until this one starts. That's totally fine. Hell, I don't even give a shit if you listen to them from beginning to end, as long as you at some point listen to me. Chris says the new kid, Tommy, actually has a personality. I've not heard. I think Amanda was the one who revealed that the new guy's brother used to date Amanda's daughter. Amanda's daughter's name is Mermaid or something like that. I forget what the fuck her name is. Miranda? Mermaid? Mimard? Anyway, Miranda's daughter, Mermaid. Amanda's daughter, Mermaid, used to date the new Freebeer and Hot Wings Show cast member's brother. Little small world thing, little tidbit going on for you. All right. Corey says, is that more people on their show than Howard had? You know, I don't know. All right. So we continue to get hammered with snow. My God. So that's Diana. She gets out of the driveway today and she texts me, I need snow tires. I'm like, okay, that's on the list of things to do. I got you. Amanda also adds that the new guy, Tommy on Freebeer and Hot Wings Show, his dad is on the Christian radio station, a local show named Tommy and Brooke. They've been around forever. And so the new guy's dad is the Tommy from the Tommy and Brooke. He's on like a local radio station called like Bread and Loaves 101 or I don't know, 98.6, The Sacrifice, or I don't know, Jesus FM. So you know that there's probably a little raised eyebrow when old Tommy there, the kid, is hanging with like the poo poo pee pee caca talk morning show. That's what he's doing. On that show, Tommy and Brooke, you know, basically they start at 4 a.m. every day and they go to 11 a.m. The morning show starts at 4 a.m. till 11. And from 4 a.m. to 11 a.m., they talk for a grand total of like 90 seconds. That's it. That long of a morning show, no talking. That's what they do. Now, that is a great gig. Cole says we better do Around the Radio Dial. No, I'm kind of with Aram on that. That bit, as much as I try to get it to stick, it always seemed like the momentum died every time we did it. So I've decided to pull the plug. I've had too much grief about Around the Radio Dial. You know how it is. Tell Eric Zane what sucks, and then he'll stop doing it. Yeah, that's kind of true. All right. So Big Fraud Thursday happens this week. More than likely, we'll be doing Who Are These Free Beers again. Dear Meathead happens tomorrow on the show. I need questions. I always need questions on Dear Meathead. Send them along. Eric at ericzaneshow.com. We've been a little lean lately. I would love to hear from you. Yesterday was the day for the Iowa caucus. If whatever you're listening to every day does not mention things like this, that's because they are afraid of alienating or pissing people off. I find that to be embarrassing. I always talk about these things and tell you my point of view and then say, take it or leave it. That's how I feel. The last time in 2016 when Trump did the Iowa caucus, he lost. Now he's so dominant that he got 51% of the support and everybody else got 49%. What a slaughter. I was, the news media, they don't really cover him like the way they should, because afterwards he spoke for about 25 minutes and they just described him as being magnanimous and thankful and polite. And he even was appropriately behaved when it came to his opponents. Well, that's easy to do, you know. I mean, you're up by, it's like 100-0. So he's not like riled up. Now, if it were close or if he lost, you know he'd be laying waste. But if you're an opponent of Trump and he's attacking you, that's a good sign. That means he's concerned. He kicked everybody's ass so badly yesterday that he was actually polite to the rest of the losers that finished so far behind him. He didn't call them by the shitty names that he makes up for them. Nothing. He was actually kind to these people. That's how bad they're getting beat. You're getting beat so bad that Donald Trump is speaking nicely about you. When have we ever seen or heard that? They talked on NBC this morning that if you were to track Trump's surge in popularity, goes back to, I think, last March. So what, 10, 11 months, 9, 10 months, somewhere around then. That was when he was first indicted. His first indictment. I think he has 4 indictments right now that he has to answer to. And you can actually track his popularity soaring with every indictment. So let's be perfectly honest here. The only reason why he is being indicted right now is because the government doesn't want Donald Trump to be in the White House again. Make no mistake, I don't want Donald Trump to be in the White House again. If you want Donald Trump to be in the White House again, you're a cock. He's going to be in the White House again. Because every time he's indicted, this has totally backfired. Oh, my God. Huge spike in popularity. And he's doing instead of thumbs up, he's doing double-barreled fuck you. We're going to live in a world, before you know it, where he is going to be the president. And remember, he said on day one, he's going to be a dictator. So whatever it is that's going to happen, he's going to have another one of those days where he signs the executive orders. And we may actually have executive orders to, let's see, I want you all drilling in all these places for oil that we could never drill before. I want all the electric vehicle plants shut down. I want everybody to burn shit on their front lawn to increase our greenhouse gases. All this other crazy shit. That's what Trump's going to do. And then the cherry on top is going to be, I am pardoning me. So right now, DeSantis and Haley are like, he's actually being polite to us. He's actually talking positively about us. That's how bad we were jail sexed in the Iowa caucus. Oh, my God. Evangelical, old, white people have spoken. Now, the suspicion is that in other communities that primaries happen in, it'll be closer, but probably the same result. I believe the state of New Hampshire. They have a primary next. And if Trump runs a table, like most suspect he will be the nominee against Joe Biden. In Iowa, they have 99 counties. I'm sorry. Yes, 99 counties. And if you were to look at a map of the state of Iowa, every county is red from the Iowa caucus. One county is blue. And blue was not Democrat, but a county that he did not win. One of the other candidates had won. And the margin was one vote. One vote in the Iowa caucus. Had he gotten one more vote, Trump, he would have won 99 out of 99 counties in Iowa. That motherfucker did not spend 1 red cent on advertising in Iowa. He didn't do any debates. How would you like to be the guy who just has to wake up every day and they want to put you in office? You don't even have to do anything. What the fuck? This commentary on this murdering, this destruction, this one-sided affair has Brandis waking up. She lives in the great state of Iowa. She says, I fucking hate my state and all the dipshits who live here. Fuck. Chris says he knows he's going to need a running mate. Maybe that's why he's being sweet to those people. Brandis says, yes, I live in Iowa. Stupid, brainwashed Iowa. Fucking shit. There goes democracy. No protection of the Great Lakes. Oh, without a doubt. They don't give a fuck. What do they care? Just dump the pollution in there. Fuck you. There's Donut Dan says that brown dude, Vivek, what's his face, withdrew last night from the race. Good. I hated that fucker. Brandis says, why the fuck do I live here? Chris says, LOL, heads exploding. Brandis says, embarrassment. Patrick says, that's incredible. I was unaware. He didn't even do ads. It was tough even just to get him to there. Trump, he was, he didn't want to pay for the flight to get there, to go there and say, hey, Iowa, vote for me. They were going to anyway. What a time. What a fucking time. Well, there you go. That's EZ's breakdown of the Iowa caucus. The Iowa murder. So you got New Hampshire and then South Carolina. Yeah, it's fucking over. Think about this. How the hell is Biden going to survive? He barely survived the first time around. This may be the biggest defeat in the history of any presidential election. Dirt Racer 16 says it's easy to see why Zane fell to where he is now. Okay. All right. Thank you. I think that's somebody being mean at your old pal EZ. Chris says fell? Well, look. These people seem to think that I've been elevated. I've got almost 36 people that tend to disagree with you, my friend. Patrick says, I think Nikki Haley was polling really well in New Hampshire. I suspect that Dirt Racer 16 doesn't like my political leanings. Look, you got to understand, I got a lot of people here who fucking love Trump. They love him. And they understand that what's right for me is just right for me. I don't push it on anybody. Just my opinion, for fuck's sake. Like Cole there. He's rooting for Trump. He's a fuckface. There's several people in here who love Trump. And for the record, Biden's horrible too. These are both shitty candidates. Horrible. So suck my dick. What do you think of that? Chris says, easy doesn't even have to leave the damn house. It's falling up. Well, it is a lot of work. I'll say that. Dirt Racer 16 says, our candidates are terrible, leaders of the few world, and this is what we bring. I don't know. Biden, the new Jimmy Carter without the humanitarian virtue. Oh, Biden's horrible. For audience members who are really wound up about the fact and upset that Trump is going to win, just know this. Biden's not much better. And at the end of the day, nothing's going to change for you and I. It's more like just something to talk about for me. My life has never been altered one way or the other because of a new president. Never. Nor has yours. To me, this all allows us to sit around and look at the idiots. The idiots come out of the woodwork. It's very entertaining to me. To me, the presidential election is strictly entertainment. There is nothing in any of this that affects me personally. Not a bit. I'm more concerned about the Lions than I am who's in the White House. Rebecca says, I disagree. I'm a woman and my husband is black. Well, as usual, I'm not going to go out of my way and tell people what they should think. For me. For you, it might be different. Obviously, it is. Tyler says, my favorite thing is watching all of the I'm moving to Canada dumbasses post-election. LOL. Yeah, I would never do that. No, I'm just going to live here. I am hoping and praying that our dearly beloved Darla over there, sorry, I can't talk, does not have Christmas ornaments in her belly. Pooh Bear came in here yesterday and she said, oh, by the way, this is what Darla just puked up. Hang on. What are you doing over there? Time out. Sorry, she worried me. The other day, I'm sitting right in here, and Pooh Bear comes in. She goes, oh, by the way, Darla puked. And in her hand was one of those things they're called, like, widgets. You put them in, like, your Crocs. Little pieces of plastic with, like, I don't know, whatever. Might have Pokemon on it or something like that. She puked up one of those, a couple of peanuts, a lot of thread. It's like, Jesus. I can only imagine what else is in there. She had been puking quite a bit. And the thing is, if the dog, we have a friend of the family whose dog was chewing on like a rope pull. You know, you play tug with the dog. If you ever play tug with the dog, take the rope away after you're done playing tug. Because if they chew on it, those threads, they ingest them. And we just had a friend of the family whose dog required emergency surgery to get that out. And the dog did not make it. The dog died. I'm like, my God, that's all I need. That is all I need. All right. For those of you that are enjoying this show on Facebook, X, and YouTube, it's time to say goodbye. If you want the full show, uninterrupted, audio, video, and live every morning, download the Twitch app. Search Eric Zane Live, and there I am. If you're on a desktop or a laptop, you go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Eric Zane Live, all one word, is the key. Follow the page, subscribe to the page, and off you go. The audio podcast is available shortly after I finish this show. Everything I say here becomes the audio podcast. downloadable wherever you download shows. Subscribe. I prefer Apple Podcasts, and then it shows up every single day. And then, of course, there is the Patreon, where I feature new content every day of the week. Patreon.com/Eric Zane, the daily Patreon bonus podcast, not to mention this Thursday, it's a Big Fraud Thursday with Who Are These Free Beers? We have officially decided that now. Ben Glaze and I review current episodes of the world-famous Free Beer and Hot Wings show. Growing bigger and better by the day. Not to mention that we have the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast shortly thereafter. It all gets started this Thursday right on Patreon. And you can try it for free for 7 days. I just had a couple new people that just signed up for free 7-day trials. Thank you. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Sign up for a free 7-day trial at patreon.com/Eric